are here. One of our local schools is closed. We are allowed to be here. There's a sign that says dogs have to be on leash, so you want to make sure that you're not breaking any rules about where you're supposed to be. And Nellie is just chilling on a long line. She's leading the way and exploring. I'm gonna let her do the sniffing. And I'm just gonna kind of follow her lead as long as she is doing things that are safe and there's no one around. You know, I'm just gonna follow her around. This is, you know, a super interesting thing for her right here. Between the tree and the benches, I'm sure there's some kid smells here. You can see how happy she is. Huh. You can go play. I don't have anything for you. Go play. Come on, let's go play. Go sniff around. Do your thing. She's hoping to get some TREATS right there. She can eat a little grass. I don't care. It's not a big deal. What do you think? You having fun? Here, your leg is caught. Let's fix your leg. Yeah, there we go. You wanna go this way? What's over here? Whoop, a squirrel. Okay, good. So she's definitely gonna have to go check out that bush now. I think it was actually a bird, not a squirrel. Oh, there it is. There's the bird. So this isn't quite the same as one of our first landing walks where we go out for hours and hours, but we'll probably be out for a good 45 minutes. This is, you know, probably half a mile from our house. So we just walked over here. It doesn't have to be a big production. I made sure that I have some food in my pocket. Now while I am letting her lead, but not letting her pull. So that's why I stopped right there. And she took that time to go and roll on the ground, which is fine with me. But this is what we do. It may seem boring, but Nellie is getting a ton of new smells. She's rolling around. She was running around before. We found a little fenced in area. Nellie, now come here, come fix your leg. Psst. Oh, good girl. Good girl, good shake. Come here. Good girl, thank you. We just wanted to fix your leg. You want a cookie? Yeah, you get cookies for that, huh? Because you're a good girl. Okay. So we found a little fenced in area earlier that I took off the leash and let her run around more. So she got those legs really moving. But this is just kind of it. She's gonna be exhausted when we get back, and we're gonna head back. We're actually headed on our loop back right now. But this is it. It's not anything crazy, but it makes a huge difference for her. One of the reasons I know it makes a huge difference for her is that she does less digging. She's kind of neurotic about digging. And if we, you know, get in 2 solid walks like this a week, she does way less digging. She's just all around happier. It relieves stress. Some of you may know we have tension in the house between our 2 dogs. Sherwin, our other dog, has, I don't know what to call it. She has some dementia problems, some neurological problems. And when it flares up, she can get pretty growly and stuff with Nellie. Nellie gets super freaked out. They have ended up fighting before, so they're separated, but they can still see each other. But Nellie can just feel when Sharona is off. And this is one of those times for us. We're getting our vet involved and everything, but in the meantime, until we hear back from him, I am getting Nellie on extra decompression walks. When stuff is stressful at home, things like this, Nellie, good girl. Things like this help her cope. This is, you know, the opposite of stress for her. This is eustress. This is Nellie in her prime mental state. And she will be feeling really good for probably several hours afterwards today. And it just helps her cope, just like all of us getting out in nature. Again, there's a lot more pavement here than I would normally like for a nature walk, for a decompression walk, but it is what it is right now. We just have a lot going on, and doing our super long walks just isn't in the cards for us right now. So this will suffice. You know, think outside the box. I like to take dogs to places where there's really big power lines. They usually mow those areas and you can walk down between them. I'm talking about the huge, massive power lines with the big, huge metal posts. Obviously, you have to take safety into consideration. If you were to ever see anything off, I wouldn't go do that. But most of the time, those are great open spaces to have your dog on a long line, and just let them sniff around. Let them sniff the edges by the, you know, there's usually longer grass by the edges, or sometimes woods. Let them go and sniff there and do their thing. Let them lead you. We're so used to, again, right now, you know, when we're walking our dogs on a regular leash, we talk about, oh, they're pulling. But really, like, you know, you have to think, are we the ones pulling them though? We're the ones who have them tethered to such a short lead. Giving them a little bit more room where it's safe to do so can be really beneficial. It's a great way to work on their recall and get them more freedom. So yeah, so that's kind of it for this little urban decompression walk we're doing today. And I hope you enjoyed it.